I believe this is where I'm supposed to offer you a deal.
The old man sways slightly as he studies you. Far below, the rooftops of Portofino glitter in the morning light. And somewhere beyond them, the shores of La Luz. The moment crystallizes, the world is empty save for you and your enemy.
Whatever you want. Money, advanced techno secrets, forgiveness.
His words uncertain, his bearing unsteady. Drunk, possibly high. Your counteroffer is this: a bullet to his reactionary skull. An outwardly unremarkable old man, probably in his early 70s. His hands are loose and empty at his sides. Opaque glass coats his eyes. As he attempts to straighten himself, he lists to one side, like a wounded battlecruiser. He could pass for a simple drunk, waiting around for his off-license to open.
I am sure, if that's what you want. Then I'm sorry to disappoint you. I've got nothing to offer. Nothing, apart from this limp warning. No matter what happens, there will be no parades for your deeds here today.
He pronounces each syllable with agonizing slowness, as though speaking with you demands superhuman levels of focus. Stoic drunk, tourniqueting the slur with sheer concentration.
You underestimate my powers. I've also had a fistful of benzodiazepines. For my health. My name is Dante Augustino. My title is Assistant to the Minister of Mass Culture. But really, I'm the Minister's body double. Your purpose is to kill me, and my purpose is to die. I know my lines. Have you memorized yours? The art of dying is a lot trickier than people realize. I've been practicing it since a boy. My first mock assassination was at age 15. Would you like to hear about it? I'm reciting a poem in front of all the other boys. One I've been preparing for weeks. In slumber did my eyes alight. Where
A distant look comes over him as he sways to and fro. One foot in the present, one in the memory.
A man stands up in the second row. He draws a machine pistol from his coat and opens fire. I drop screaming to the floor. I quickly realize two things. First, I'm not dead. The shots are blanks. Second, my mouth is filled with the strangest taste. The death cocktail. What the brain fires to prepare itself for imminent extinction. Since that day, I've tasted it more than 200 times. I can feel it gathering on my tongue right now. See? Like metal dissolving in stomach acid. Are you nervous? Don't worry, it's normal. Enter es Facundo? No. It is the man they have caught. You only have caught the after-image. The person in that Enter jail is Facundo Reis, Minister of Mass Culture for the Imperio Iluminado.
Some primal part of your brain rejects the information like a gag reflex.
You do believe me? That's right. A series of twists, turns, and dead ends, all for the amusement of monsters. Pretty sick, wouldn't you say? Of course, it also makes this little tete-a-tete somewhat superfluous. What to do about that? Now that's a bold suggestion, my friend. Very creative. Our enemies won't see it coming. While you're mulling the matter of my fate, there's just one thing I've been wondering. Where does the Weeping Eye find killers both disposable and professional?
His mouth opens, but then closes again.
But then, who is it you think you are with? The communists? Intriguing. Let's keep the questions coming if you haven't got anywhere else to be. How long have the Opera been in bed with the Weeping Eye? It seems like a contradiction, doesn't it? Must be more trained killers in the world than I've imagined. Or maybe I overestimate the Weeping Eye's commitment to quality.
He seems to be perplexed by his own question.
By the way, what is that? 9mm? Are you sure that's enough? No. I think you've got our lines backward. It should be you explaining this to me. Of course, it makes a certain sense. Better optics, for one.
The Operant Bureau is plunging in the rankings with each passing moment. Relegation zone coming up.
Well, not me. It's poor Facundo they've got it in for. But don't tell them that. This whole ritual is Tesoro's darling. A techno-political sacrifice. A chance to knock off a hated rival. You're simply the hired knife. By the way, are you certain you're a communist? You don't look how I picture them. No. They want you to eliminate me. Or rather, him. This is what I've been saying. Disposable. Professional. Is that obvious? Bien, it was not obvious to me. Very mindful individual, Tesoro, for a psycho killer. It's the challenging roles that are most rewarding, I've found. And so you're left with a dilemma, or at the very least, a choice. Because Facundo told me. He guessed Tesoro would make his move here in Portofino, outside the Empire's lines. That's why he decided to play a trick on him. Correcto. He worked it all out with some local smuggler. Or was he a bootlegger? Either way, very clever with connections, Facundo. That's bad news, my friend. I would say Tesoro's way ahead of you. In retrospect, I wonder how many times have Anonymous descendants played these sorts of games with one another? Maybe we're both part of another secret lineage of which we're unaware. In any case, I was bred to oblige. What about you? Oh, sure, absolutely. I've established that my role is to die. But what about you?
Your gun suddenly feels heavy. Or is it your hand that feels weak?
And what about them? Are they being set up too?
Yana, Carolina, Ramses.
A word of advice. If you get the chance, you should kill them yourself. The Weeping Eyes agents will be very, very unkind. Free?
He blinks rapidly and nods as the concept sinks in.
Good luck for what's coming. I hope I never meet you again.
It's only when he starts running that you realize how inebriated he truly is. Lich or not, that's one of the people's enemies you just released. Even the most forgiving ethics committee would call your allegiances into question. A solitude descends upon the shrine as the body double disappears from your sight. You are left alone with the city beyond you, and your enemies gathering like a storm behind.
Dull the blade and unsteady the hand. The Great Cascade makes her appearance at last.
Before you, a heavy-set form flanked by 2 minions. His eyes are scattered into the insectoid ovals of his 6-lens spectacles, his lips pursed in irritation. His voice a 10-ton weight. Here we go. Actual boss cunt. The old man you spared lies dead at his feet.
You did, just as you were directed to.
They were waiting for him, like they're waiting for you.
And now you're in the care of the Weeping Eye.
His voice, the tonality, like a shadow creeping up the wall of a memory. Hold on. Could it really be?
Mistaken twice over, off to a poor start. My name is Tesoro Buendia. To my techno countrymen, I'm the Director General of the Weeping Eye, but I suspect you know me by a different name.
100 eyes dilate and bleed in sockets. The beast stands before you. Quiver or conquer.
We'll get into that shortly. For now, let's catch up with your friends.
Down the hill, your squad mates are being hustled onto the waiting tram amidst a small group of passengers. Nowhere to be seen. She must be on the tram already. Hair curtained across her face, trembling violently. With fear, or maybe rage that the past should repeat itself so shamelessly. An easy gait, a smile just for himself. One last look at the view before he's ducked out of sight. There they go. Your people. Constitutes the single greatest operational catastrophe in the Operant Bureau's history. Fud, fud, fud. The secret police of your heart are kicking down doors again.
The airport.
You are being strung up. All of this has come to zero.
There's an unlisted flight ready to take us to Cicatriz Frontera.
The composed man moves quickly, rough hands across your body. You can hear phlegm in the back of his throat as he disarms you. Declawed. Pray.
Exeunt. Curtain down. Look, the audience have already made for the exits.
He takes one last glance around, then turns to his minions.
Come on then, if we miss this tram, it'll be an hour before the next one.
Perhaps someone should go down and check on Boris and Irina.
They'll be all right. Irina didn't seem any more agitated than usual.
Meanwhile, the head of the Weeping Eye has been watching you. You see your face reflected back 6 times in his sextuple lenses.
There's something I've been meaning to ask, Operant. How did you earn your name? Was it just assigned to you at random, or was it chosen with purpose? Which makes me wonder, have you grown to fit the name?
Assignment compromised. Rating catastrophic. The day is lost. Time. You need time. Keep them engaged. Keep your eyes open. Every moment you breathe is a victory.
I only ask because there is one thing that's been bothering me. A niggling matter I was hoping you might clear up. My name. More precisely, that name the Opera has seen fit to bestow on me. A good name has to suit the role, don't you think? The Grand Lich, I understand. Facundo worked hard to cultivate a certain mystique with his body doubles and so forth. It's my horrible burden to look into the hearts of humanity and weigh their contents. There's nothing cool about it. But 100-eyed golem? I don't know what to think of it as a name.
I think it's the eyes. There should be more of them.
Maybe that's it. It's just not that many eyes when you consider the magnitude of my burden.
This is good. Keep him talking. The jukebox. Signal. Fighting chance.
Too obvious, though, now that you say it out loud. Not exactly expansive either.
It also sounds like a penis.
The man pulls at his collar, uncomfortable. The veins on his neck bulge. Blood drips from his ear.
A very, very small room. That's right. And in that room, a very small desk. And on that desk, a new script. You feature heavily.
He glances out the window. The city-state of Portofino blurs somewhere beneath you. Its people blur with it. Some look up as the oldest aero tramline in the city shudders high above them. A bird without wings.
And that brings us at last to your role. The doomed opera assassin.
The only thing to hand is intimidation. They know you, but they don't know what you're capable of. Unsteady them. Zero yourself out as soon as possible. You are high up. Defenestration is viable. Lie. Draw it out. Time is not yet your enemy. The tram today is only lightly occupied. A handful of commuters, A couple of old pensioners, a few shopkeepers and small tradesmen. A shop girl nods her head, aware of nothing, lost in the same rock and roll dream she slips into every morning on her way into the city. A young boy, traveling with his mother, shifts nervously from one foot to another.
My girls, how dare you?
This is no good. You're going to have to keep better track of your lies. It's time to commit to what you are. The perfidious upper assassin, murderer of our Minister of Mass Culture.
As he looks at you evenly, his eyelid begins to twitch. The Imperialists are shaping new realities while you sit and do nothing.
What a tragedy. That poor Facundo relied on us for his protection, and in his moment of dire need, we were nowhere to be found. Massive fucko on our part. Please, operant, explain the joke. Really? That's...
The kind of laugh that compels others to politely avert their gaze.
Nothing? Everything. Facundo may have gotten himself detained by deviant accounts, but excuse me. But your Grand Lich, our Minister for Mass Culture, has just been assassinated by communist fanatics, led by yourself.
Dread, realizing itself as vomit rising up the back of your throat. Could these be the sensitive, invisible fingers you've always felt, hovering darkly above your days? No, his fingers are muscle, blood, fat, bone, mortal, like yourself.
A shame that you flinched at the critical moment. Fortunately, we were on hand to keep the performance moving. I watched your ascent, but we were too late for anything but heavy retribution. Fortunately, you detailed it all in your signed confession. I'm not. The relevant documents are all prepared and waiting for you. When the time comes, you'll only have to read the lines as written.
Here it is, laid out. The logic of the ritual sacrifice. Behind the man's gaze, the world turns against you.
In a few hours, we'll be in Cicatriz Frontera. There will be state media and propagandists from across the Imperio Iluminado waiting to record your arrival. They'll expect a more convincing performance than what you managed up at the shrine. Max will make sure you're camera ready.
The composed man nods and gives you a sad smile. This prick still has our gun. When the moment comes, we jump in first.
Your show trial will be compulsory viewing, I expect. The finale and the live executions will be a public holiday across the illuminated empire.
What about your friends? Do you not owe them for everything they've given and are about to give for you? The cable groans overhead. A pensioner in a tracksuit coughs into his elbow. Further back, a trim young woman laughs, hanging on her friend's arm. The shop girl wearing headphones has closed her eyes. She must take this tram all the time. Wait, there, at the far end of the carriage. A familiar face, watching you with that impassive stare that teenage girls are the natural masters of. Your controller was right. Yana has eluded the Weeping Eye's gaze. To them, she's simply a teenage delinquent, skipping class for the day. A knife in your boot. You can turn this around. Gang. Gang.
Go ahead. It's good to make sure you've got your backstory down. You're right. I want nothing to do with the developed world and its degenerates. Anonymous imprints were meant to transcend the cesspool of the now, not go dipping our cocks in it. But Facundo has his own ideas. Cultural victory. Pop music, space concerts. Ugh.
Something about the way he says the name, Facundo.
Don't you get it? This is the darkness. It's fine. One day, a new warlord, psychopathic but literate, will appear in the east and melt the developed world in the crucible of his armies. And in 500 years, everything will sort itself out. Facundo knows as well as I do that it's the role that matters, not so much the body that fills it. Whether Facundo himself yet lives is no matter. The role of the Lich is dead. I'm sure your controllers will take a similar view. Yes, it's been grand. Sadly, I think it'll be a one-off. Yes, 91, wasn't it? We rolled up a good few that year. It started with a girl, if I recall.
I remember her very well. The Hayato girl. Carolina, wasn't it? She's downstairs now.
Twice unlucky, it seems.
I figured she'd be out of league play for good after what happened in 91. I'm honestly surprised you brought her. Very surprised.
91. I'd just gotten married. Tempo.
The bootlegger. He's been known to us for many years. An associate of Facundo's, as it happens.
Right. Irina and Max handled that one. Downstairs.
The Carabinero, of course. We hoped we could turn him for a while. Eventually, we delivered him over to the Azuris.
Unintelligible sodomitic swine. Azuris. If memory serves, apart from the Carabinero, there was very little interesting about your friends. I ordered them set loose. Everything I do has a dozen reasons. I could pick one out for you, but it would be arbitrary and unsatisfying by its nature. I'd say my judgment's proven prescient. Without your friends, would you even be here?
No, we can't say that. Because we need the gang beside us for when it gets really, really bad. The head of the Weeping Eye looks at you for a long moment. He reaches into his coat.
Right. Now that the formal part is out of the way, let's get to the fun stuff.
He thuds something heavy on the table in front of you. A deck of weathered black cards.
Here. You sure?
We still have a ways until we reach Centro. Let's get to know each other a little bit.
To your left and right, his goons about their eyes.
Entreaty.
Ancient Lusian game of divination. Uses a unique deck of cards not seen elsewhere. Turn the fascist superstitions against him. Do it. Stall. Draw this out.
This isn't gambling, it's divination. And I'm not the one putting something at stake. I will play the ogre, the star's chosen mouth.
His upper lip inclines to the right as he speaks. His canine is chipped.
You'll be the querent. This first card will help us see what you're made of.
He turns the top card and lays it between you. It shows the rippled surface of moving water, stars reflected within.
The ocean, a body, constant, changing, unrelenting, and full of death. Please, there's nothing sadder than self-deception.
He takes the card away, then lays 2 more side by side on the table.
Second, for what you have made of your life, choose one only. Because you cannot have 2 lives, one truth must remain hidden. You may choose which. Instinct is not blind.
You turn the card to reveal a drawing, taken from the perspective of someone lying on the ground looking up. The sun is blocked by someone else's face, looking down.
The eclipse. Interruption. Alienation from the primal source. What is it? What is the moon that separates you from the light? You dream of orgiastic occultists rotting in their own filth, but these vampires are the least of your problems. So was I.
He shuffles his deck and places 3 more cards carefully on the table.
Third, for your now.
You turn over the card. Its face shows a dozen moths. Some of them have embers on their wings.
The swarm. Dissolution of self. Animal warmth. People are drawn to you, and you to them. Why? No, I think there's more to it than that. Your heat burns those whom your light attracts.
He puts your cards delicately aside, then shuffles his deck again. Rhythmically, like blades of a machine churning together. Now, offense, turn the table.
Final, when all else burns away, this remains.
You turn the card to reveal an open latch, a dark hole in the floor. 2 mammalian eyes peer outwards.
The oubliette. Interesting.
He raises a hand to the guard at his side, hesitates, lays it back on the table.
Empty spaces, awake and watching. Hidden companionship. You have another friend.
The somber man looks up and around just for a moment. The composed man's curiosity or apprehension overcomes his reverence. Your eyes meet. He looks away. With a caress, the head of the Weeping Eye places the last card back into the pile you drew, then lays them out again, one by one.
There are developments that even the cards can't fully foretell. A swerve in time's road, a crack in the edifice. Even now, the dice dangle in mid-air, containing 36 possible futures within them. In some of them you'll attain the forgiveness you've sought so desperately, but in all of them you lose a part of yourself.
Movement at your peripheral vision. A final board tilt in your favor. One last roll.
Fucking quiet in here. Any requests?
A few passengers turn their heads, then look away again. The man by the window spares her a disinterested glance.
Song would be nice. Something to go with the view.
We are well equipped with silence.
You feel Yana's eyes on your back, her hand over the jukebox. The air in the tram is stifling, charged, near flammable. Ahead of you, futures share off each other. Your fate is preordained and preloaded. All that's left to do is cue the exit music. But the enemy has your gun. You'll have to reclaim it if you choose that route. Reappropriation of Imperial-controlled property. Not a problem. Your squad is shoulder to shoulder with 2 Weeping Eye goons under their watch. Deciding who to take out first. Waiting for you to drop the flag.
I'm just gonna hit something at random.
Are you addressing me?
Shrieking old plague metal band who old people always go on about.
Blood Golem were before her time, but not Tempo's.
Plague metal. Of course, this city celebrates disease.
You're gonna love it.
She kisses her finger and presses play. Bass thunders across the tram speakers, startling them to life.
Aesthetically bereft.
Yana watches you, foot tapping on and off the beat. You feel all her focus on you, the point of a knife. You're surrounded, outnumbered, unarmed. There is nothing in your future besides ritual humiliation and torture. So take heart. You have nothing to lose and everything to overthrow. You never liked the odds in your favor anyway. Take them with you. Take the city with you. Anything but cowed retreat. Not this time. They were on the brink of understanding her role in this, but she hasn't been caught yet. 1 gun against 3 is certain death. 2 against 3 is a fighting chance. You need your gun. Too late to worry whether we'll live or die. Don't go out alone. Go out. The man by the window has confiscated it beneath his coat. Recover it, or die trying. And then when you do get it back from him, or you shoot him, or take an opportunity to hit the golem, you weigh up both your targets. Synchronized fire, a bullet through each skull. Take them down, look sick doing it. But first, the gang needs gun. Lost in the song, your sudden movement takes him by surprise. Your hand finds your gun drawn to it. His hand finds your wrist. The man begins to choke, hands slack on the holster. Veins bulge and wriggle over his face. Alive. Carolina's curse.
Colonel Bruce.
You're seconds away from getting shot.
Urge, get it together!
2 bullets, 2 skulls. Harmonized doom in 3, 2, 1. You wrench your weapon free and spin on your heel. The bullet cracks into your enemy's chest. Right in the photographs he keeps beside his heart. In front of you, a face disintegrates as Yana's bullet finds its mark. Shards of skull spatter onto your neck. Itchy.
No, not like this!
Sora Buendia levels a heavy pistol at you, point blank. A surprisingly fluid, graceful movement. The bullet rips through the flesh of your arm, pain like searing light. You remember this, the first bullet, land down, friends counting on you then too. Nothing vital, you'll live, keep going.
You have stumbled into this by accident. I created this. I will not allow this end.
The enemy is trying to provoke you. Stall in, kill. You've heard shouting, gunshots. Impossible to tell what's becoming of them. Your friends are fighting for their lives. Trust them to the angels for now. You have the upper hand and he knows it. His lips are parted. You glimpse his tongue. The photograph of you and your crew flashes against your mind. Bullet 5 years in the making.
Ends this cunt. Cascade or nothing.
Surprising, yet inevitable.
You did it.
We're with you, H.
The crew is forever.
Wish I was here to witness it.
The gun limps in your hand. Bullet smashes glass, collides with eye, mashing it against the inside of his socket. 7 figures loom over him as he dies, unable to lift his head and meet their faces. Gunshots beneath you, fury and shorn metal. Your partner looks to you as bullets pierce the floor around your feet.
Urge, I can't! Con!
She staggers, hand clamped to chest. A last desperate glance as your friend stumbles away from you. Another gunshot from below. Kill shot. Finality. Carolina shudders, folds in two. Her body joins the others on the floor. Assets left to fend for themselves.
Gloria, a los caídos.
She spits on Carolina's yellow coat and looks up, trying to catch a glimpse through the bullet holes.
You over. You over now.
Hands gripped around Ramses's phone, all animal impulse, on the death ground.
Kill! Try harder. Fascist prick.
Go! Up there to the commander.
You're alone, fighting and dying alone. The enemy charges towards you, stained in your friend's blood. Badly, shot in the chest from what you could see. Anything vital and she'll be dead in minutes. Carolina, shot and left for dead. Ramses, fighting for his life. The Weeping Eye has hands around his throat, forcing him to his knees. He's losing. Only if you can do it from here. You have moments before the Weeping Eye is upon you. What's one more? We can take him. You have Ramses's death whistle. It can mimic any scream. What noise of terror can rally your kin? The world crashes back in. Not everyone will stay in it for very long. Time for last illusions. Who means more to you? You blow with all you have left. The sound, unbearable, unlike anything the world should abide.
What is that? Drop it.
You are the center of an ancient vortex unleashed upon modernity.
What the fuck? Fucking jagged.
Primal unearthing, the hunter's ghost. Ramses grins crookedly and shoves the other man hard in the chest, sending him spinning over the edge of the tram. A bullet grazes your cheek, bringing you back to yourself.
This time. For the Empire.
She snarls, lines up another shot. Unmissable. The gun thunders, deafening. As far as the woman collapses to the floor.
Hirsch, you okay?
She is bleeding, but here. The city rises to greet you, a smoking mass of architecture, overlaid by the crisscrossing rails of the tram network. From this altitude, it looks like Portofino has been caught in a web of dark yarn. Goosebumps on the back of your neck, as if all those of absent, lifeless eyes have turned to watch you. You turn towards the silent carriage.
Wow.
She nudges a chunk of person with her foot, curiously unfazed.
Yeah, no problem, Hirsch.
She smiles. Huntress. She winces and grabs her side.
Yeah, well, I think the pain's catching up to me a little now.
Her mind's catching up to her too. Adrenaline wearing off. She points at the dead Weeping Eye agent beside her with a quick jerk of her pistol.
She thought she'd killed me. And where's that other one?
Excitement sliding into her voice. This gore-fest is a painting of her own personal revenge. Her eyes find the bloody corpse of the man who tortured her.
Bye. Yep. I knew it would.
She shivers, smiles, trying to dispel an unwanted thought.
I think I'm just gonna watch the clouds for a bit. Gather my thoughts. I'm okay. Promise.
She exhales and turns to the sky. Ramses looks down at his body, as though only now aware of his corporeality.
H! Fuck, H! That was...
Still vibrating a little from the adrenaline and the death whistle, Ramses too slowly comes back into himself.
When you blew that fucking death whistle, I felt for a minute like... fuck. Never mind.
Another time, another place. A different life overlapping for a moment.
In the dream, they had this word, Akil. It just means wise man or, like, reasonable man, but specifically it means someone who survived a disease that was supposed to kill them. Supposedly, you become an Akil, you've cheated death, and so now you get to choose when you die. What? No. It's for men only. But you know, even if we get shot in the head stepping off this fucking tram, every minute here on out is a minute stolen.
Somewhere, in whatever cosmic accounts are settled, there has been a mix-up. Until such a time as it is cleared up, you appear to be off the hook.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, you'll excuse me if I light myself a celebratory one. Wait, Carolina. Sick. Yana? Fuck.
He nods, looks down. Smoke idly curls from his half-open mouth. He thought he'd be dead. He isn't sure how to conduct himself alive.
Didn't know we were going out to Blood Golem. Sick. Anyway, here's the stolen time, H.
You return to look out over Portofino. You hear the first horns and yells of city traffic. A faint smell of petrol arrives on the breeze. One more phone, one more voice.
Please tell me you have good news. Funny you should say that. The first reports made it to Novassa 20 minutes ago. Some dramatic shit appears to be going down in Portofino. A running gunfight on a public aerotram between members of the opera and the Weeping Eye to some kind of plague metal soundtrack. I hear they're still hosting golem blood of the seas. What is going on? They're already calling it typical opera gimpery. Must be the whiff of amateurism. One of the civilians on the tram you shot up, a young boy, he gave the Carabineros a highly vivid description of you and your squad.
Something you missed.
Foreign woman, Mercian accent, highly unique sense of fashion. Sound familiar? I would love to, but it sounds like you might be overqualified for the Operant Bureau. At least you made it out, in the end. But that still leaves the object of your assignment, the Grand Lich. Did we pull it off? Might is a very concerning word. Please elaborate.
Further warbling would be a mistake.
Fucking hell. And now that things have kicked off, there'll be no cutting a secret deal for him. We missed a massive opportunity there. And what of your squad? How did they carry themselves? I see. Who was it? Yo-Yo. Lost.
The sound of a box being marked on a standard form.
What about Radiant and Kindred? Are they all right? Have they made it safely to cover? Right. That's good to hear. As soon as we're able, we'll get them out. One unmarked star. Well, we've certainly had bloodier outings. I suppose that came at the expense of fulfilling the assignment. Leaves a somewhat bitter taste. Still, I'm glad not to have to tick any more boxes. No, of course not. This is just one of those things.
One of many such things. Non-choices, counterfactuals, pebbles in the mind's shoe that make up a life.
I suppose that just leaves the final ranking. Yes, there's a new system we're supposed to use. The Z-scale. It's a new initiative, supposedly a more objective way to rate operants' performance in theater.
Ice crystals fractal in your veins.
I suppose you could use it as a chance to reflect on your many choices. Maybe even change how you approach your work and relationships. Or you could just complain about the rank.
Your controller mumbles something to herself as she dutifully prepares the assessment form.
Who knows what will happen when Emter realize they've been holding the Lucian Minister of Mass Culture this whole time. I imagine it will give them the upper hand in this secret treaty negotiations. Not exactly the win we were looking for. Do you? That's interesting. I'm not sure our superiors will feel the same way. I suppose zeroing out the head of the Weeping Eye counts for something, but I have to say, kind of looks like we just rearranged the pieces on the board. I guess some would call that an acceptable outcome. Overall, a very mixed picture. X. X. That's your rank, since you asked. Yes, that's true. This isn't a negotiation, Operant. There's nothing to accept. It's the rank you've been given. It will be entered into the assignment file. But for now, you should get going. If you depart now, you'll make the Eastern Republics by nightfall. She'll do exactly as a liminal class as it is meant to. Erase all trace of the opera from your safe house, and then recede into the background. make a note of that in the margin here. We'll drop her a line once things have settled. Naturally, I continue not to know who you're talking about. Although, I did see a strange report from Capoblanco. Seems a number of their low-orbit satellites have gone dark rather suddenly. You wouldn't know anything about that, right? Right. I'll add something in the additional comments box. Sounds like something for the remembrancers. Hardly. Once you get back to Novessa, we'll have the standard quarantine, battery of debriefing, physical examinations, ideological decontamination, and so on. Oh, and a special request from the semioticians. They want to talk about your wolf cubs. Seems they may be in the grips of a set-collecting compulsion themselves. For now, best to lay low. Back to Novessa as soon as possible. Strange with the connection. The opera forgives.
Come on, honey. We'll take off running in our party shoes. The digital bird song of a signal jammer when you want your target to know they're being disrupted.
No, I can't. Jamming. Probably. Expect reprisal. Beginning shortly. Best to... while you can.
The receiver buzzes warmly in your hand. In the wiry nerves of the city you just left, ideologies crash against one another like waves. Across the developed world and beyond, telephones begin to ring. In an underground office in Novessa, on the bridge of an aircraft carrier floating in the middle of the Noscorentes Sea, in a glass and steel fortress in the most expensive part of the most expensive city in the world. Increasing chance of precipitation as a front of high pressure moves across the Noscorentes Sea. The temperature is 16 and falling.
Luck. Skill cascade. Now,
You land on me with lightness. So hard to feel anything you do. Release the sky, let the light go. Darkness from me onto you. I'm lost and found in the midnight. A shadow in the corner of the day. It breaks my heart to leave at the shatters it to stay. Cover the moon when I'm gone. You miss me like a sad song. Cover the moon when I'm gone. There's part of me I will never show. Cover the moon when I'm gone. You miss me when I'm no more. Cover the moon when I'm gone. There's part of me I'll never know. You follow me all lightness. Hard to slip away from you. Shake off the stars, look the other way. Give and to take me.